WLBC, where we are news on the go. Today we are on location outside of the Red Cross, waiting to speak with survivors from the most recent Hurricane Helene. Busloads of evacuees came in this morning to take shelter from the storm. The Red Cross has opened more than 140 shelters, serving more than 2,000 people. Other national organizations are helping Hurricane Helene victims alongside the Red Cross. Some of those are GoFundMe and the Salvation Army are other major contributors. Majority of these organizations are focused on providing food to those whose homes were destroyed and accepting volunteers to help distribute supplies. Here comes one of the survivors now. Excuse me, sir. I'm Julia Smith from WLBC. Did you share a moment to share your experience with Hurricane Helene?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Awesome. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Isaiah Johnson. I'm from North Florida. And, the Hurricane Helene flooded our neighborhoods right before my eyes. There were so many people stranded, the roadways were destroyed. And all of them were washed away too. My wife and I lost our home, but what can I say? I didn't lose my home. We evacuated this morning. It was quite a devastating experience for all of us. The city was in total chaos. The power was all out around us. There was a couple gas stations that were still open, but they were all backed up for miles. A few stores that were open were full of frantic shoppers buying cases of water and toilet paper like it was the end of the world. It reminded me of 2020. It's definitely not the first hurricane I've been through, though, but it's definitely the most aggressive one I've been through. But overall, I'm just grateful to be alive, and now we just have to decide on how we're going to start over.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
My prayer for all the families that were affected during the storm is that as they rebuild and restore their lives, that on the other side of this awful storm that there's a bigger rainbow. Hurricanes have historically impacted migration patterns and economic conditions all over the world. I'm going to hand it over to my colleague Vance. He is live on location at May's Beauty Salon. Here's to you, Vance.
Thank you, Julia. This is Vance Shields reporting live from WLBC, where we are news on the go. Today we are outside of May's Beauty Salon and our Columbus location in Georgia. Our location in Ashland, North Carolina was ruined by the Hurricane Helene. Here she comes now. Hey, Miss May.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. What y'all doing out here?
I'm with the WLBC. We're inquiring news about your recent hurricane.
My goodness, so we're live on TV?
Yes, ma'am, we are.
My mama can see me?
Yes, ma'am, she can.
Hey, mama!
Yes, ma'am.
My goodness, so really, I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the whole thing. My salon was completely submerged under 4 feet of water. But I thank God I still have my life, and none of my family was taken in the storm because a lot of people lost their lives. We can always recover stuff and things. But, my family and my friends, we all came around and salvaged what we could from the salon. And so, it's going to be a long recovery process, but it's not impossible. But I hope that helps because I got to get in the salon.
Okay, yes, thank you for your time.
All right.
It's a blessing to have people like that around in times like these. Hurricane Helene hits as a Category 4 hurricane, greatly devastating cities like Georgia, Florida, and North Carolina. There are reportedly 180 deaths attributed to the catastrophic storm, ranging from Florida's Gulf to the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. I'm going to hand it over to my colleague. She is live now on site with the mayor, as they are in the middle of a cleanup site.
Thanks, Vance. I'm here in Valdosta, Georgia, at a cleanup site. The workers and volunteers have taken a lunch break. Mayor, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. So what is the government putting in place to facilitate the survivors and evacuees of Hurricane Helene?
Thank you for having me. Rest assured that the government is hard at work to assist those in need during this time. Donald Trump is scheduled to visit us here in Valdosta, Georgia on Monday to distribute supplies. President Biden also plans to visit the storm zone in western North Carolina on Wednesday or Thursday of the upcoming week. Biden has also sent 1,000 soldiers to assist in aid. Kamala Harris decided to fly to Washington to visit the FMA headquarters to get an update on the disaster response. We are all hard at work as a country to restore the land and the people. Thank you for having us.
Thank you again for your time, and we'll see you all back in the studio.
Congress has passed a supplemental funding bill to help refresh disaster relief accounts, but lawmakers have failed to do it. There are still over 2 million people without power. Hurricane Helene's damages could reach up to $35 billion in property damage.
Crop losses associated with Hurricane Helene could trigger $7 billion in insurance payouts.
Supply chains are distributing aid to hospitals and dialysis centers that were greatly affected by Hurricane Helene. I believe as we continue to come together, we will slowly but surely recover from this tragedy. Our prayers are with the families who lost loved ones and those who still have family members missing. We are WLBC, where we are news on the go. May God bless us all. I am Julia Smith.
And I am Ben Seals, and thank you all for watching. Have a good night.